a bone, and then the other dog digs it up and finds a priceless stone. One dog dies and the other dogs go dig him up the tomb with his name inscribed. And there on his tombstone carved so bold, the words are clear and strong. It says, this one is for the eyes of the other dogs to come. It's for the eyes of the other dogs to come. One man digs a hole while another one shovels dirt inside another hole. One man says hello while another one is leaving on a long journey to a place he'll not return. And there on his tombstone carved so bold, the words are clear and strong. It says, this one is for the eyes of the other dogs to come. It's for the eyes of the other dogs to come. It's for the eyes of the other dogs to come. It's for the eyes of the other dogs to come. Every entrance has an exit, and every doorknob has a twist. I wonder what my face looked like before it looked like this. And tell me why it's hid away. You gotta get away. And there on his tombstone carved so bold, the words are clear and strong. It says, this one is for the eyes of the other dogs to come. It's for the eyes of the other dogs to come. It's for the eyes of the other dogs to come. It's for the eyes of the other dogs to come. And tell me why it's hid away. You gotta get away. They all say that it's a lonely town. They all say that it's a lonely town. Wide open spaces, empty rooms. If the weather holds out, you could get there by noon. Shadows crawl on the highway line. Don't rush, you got time. Pull into a donut shop and get a cup of mud. Ask for directions from a plumber outside. He says don't go there, bud, 'cause they all say that it's a lonely town. And they all say that it's a drag. They all know those people in a lonely town. And all those people are lonely and bad. Now I got my foot on the gas as I'm crossing the Midwest county line. I think about those mosquitoes on my windshield and how they don't give a damn about Christmas time. And as the passing trucks all flash their lights, just as I top the hill, I'll remember two green eyes and some flowers dying on a windowsill. They all say that it's a lonely town. And they all say that it's a drag. They all know those people in a lonely town. All those people are lonely and bad. They all say that it's a lonely town. They all say that it's a lonely town. Corner by the tail of the pub. I'll be there soon if you'll wait a while. It'll be just one punch for my patience and a room full of dirty shirts. We'll find out just who hurts. Bing can't walk. Bob broke both his legs. Bing can't walk. That I'll remember most of all tonight. Someone let go of my string. I'm falling down like a broken kite. Who's to say and who's to know? They don't know what I know. There's something out there floating free. Anything I had is tangled up in the branches of a hangman's tree. ugly little lies. Hide them all in a home chest, in an attic, in Van Nuys. Trusted friendships can go sour, betrayal at the midnight hour. Just remember, I hate to lose. There's something out there, floating free. Anything I had is tangled up in the branches of a hangman's tree. 'Cause we can't walk. We can't walk. We can't walk. Bob broke both his legs. We can't walk. Bob broke both his legs. It'll break your back, or maybe scramble up your eggs. We can't walk, 'cause Bob broke his leg. But Ben got a personal code. I just hit him on the head, throw him in a trunk. Then I drive on down the road. A song about what goes up must come down. How you doing, Bert? Well, not so good, Charlie. My back's gone out, and I cut my finger kind of gnarly. The job's the same, and so's the boss. He's still a big ass, and my wallet got lost. The wife's sick in bed, she says she'll never get well. And all these kids today have gone to hell, and all that government paperwork caught up with me. Had to hire a bean counter for an outrageous fee, and I don't know if the chicken or the egg is to blame, but all things considered, I guess I can't complain. Cheer up, Charlie said. Things could be worse. Well, I'm landlord and cop, my neighbor's insane, but all things considered, I guess I can't complain. Out on the water, where the sailing men all go. The water's high, while all the fish swim low. Out on the water, where the sailing men all go. The water's high, while all the fish swim low. You know what, Bert? You've got the wrong attitude. Sometimes life's a big game and the paths you could choose. Things may go wrong, but you gotta stand tall. Well, I know, Bert said, but well, that ain't all. My landlord's a cop, the roof leaks when it rains. But all things considered, I guess I can't complain. Out on the water, where the sailing men all go. The water's high, while all the fish swim low. Out on the water, where the sailing men what, Bert? You're a real loser. So I'll see you next week if you live till then. And as Bert walked out on the sidewalk, 10 floors up, 2 men lost control of a hoist at just the right time, and a big Steinway Grand flattened Bert like a dime. And as the crowd gathered round and asked, what was his name? And could it be the chicken or the egg to blame? Well, the only thing heard was that, all things considered, he really couldn't complain. You're a loser in life, and your gun's out of ammo. Just remember this story about Bert and the piano. If you can't string the bow, and you're clean out of resin, someone may have planned for you a music lesson. Keep your eyes to the sky. It could be a brand name. And remember, all things considered, you really can't complain. No, you can't complain. Out on the water, where the sailing men all go, the water's high while all the fish swim low. Out on the water, where the sailing men all go, the water's high while all the fish swim low. One more. Out on the water, where the sailing men all go, the water's high while all the fish swim low. Oh. Turned blue, so I believe in everything that's true. And I'll jump into brand new skin, and then you won't be able to box me in. Don't box me in. Don't box me in. Don't box me in. Let's go. There's a few places round sometimes I can't seem to talk. You'll know this blackboard lacks a piece of chalk. I don't box begin. I told you not to. Don't box begin. I don't box begin. Don't box begin. Let go. Dark, it looked like someone had to get out fast. A window opened by the fire escape. How long have you been following this guy? The bellboy asked. Not long enough, cause we got here too late. And everybody wants another piece of pie today, he said. Heat. There's someone following you. It's the big heat. I step aside, coming through. Well, we followed him from Tucson, ended up in Baton Rouge. We trailed him here with information by a woman he knew in Barstow that would like to see him dead. Well, that was 4 weeks ago. Well, maybe 5. Everybody wants another piece of pie today, he said. You gotta watch the ones who always keep their hands clean. It's the big heat. There's someone following too. It's the big heat. Step aside, we're coming through. It's the big heat. There's someone following. It's the big heat. Step aside, we're coming through. Away, he wondered if he'd left behind a clue. The front page of the paper, dated 1992. Remembered when he used to be chairman of the board. That was when the world was young and long before the war. And everybody wants another piece of pie today, he said. It's the big heat. There's someone following you. It's the big heat. Step aside, we're coming through. It's the big heat. There's someone following you. It's the big heat. Step aside, we're coming through. and that my cab was just a getaway car, but I shut up and drove like she said. I took a bite of my donut, then I offered her one. I said, lady, are you in a fix? And then she reached in her purse, and then she pulled out a gun and said, now just shut up and keep your eyes on the road. And just drive, she said. Just drive, she said. I just drive, she said. Just drive, she said. I just drive, she said. Just drive, she said. I just drive, okay. Then the moon disappeared and it started to rain. So I turned the windshield wipers on full. And on the bag in her lap, I saw the name of a big bank downtown, and I said, you don't have to worry about me, nope. When I turned the headlights on, just for a minute, I thought I saw the both of us. Some kind of tropical island someplace, walking down a white sandy beach, eating something. Just drive, she said. Just drive, she said. I just drive, she said. Just drive, she said. I just drive, she said. Just drive, she said. I just drive, she said. We pulled out of traffic down a dark side street. She was fixing her hair in the clear. I made a left turn at a yellow light from my cab, fast toward the pier. She boarded the boat and turned and blew me a kiss. And later on, when the squad car came around, I ate a handful of peanuts. Then I asked them this. I don't remember much except just keep your hands on the wheel and just drive, she said. Just drive, she said. I just drive, she said. Just drive, she said. I just drive, she said. Just drive, she said. I just drive, she said. Just drive, she said. Drive, she said. Just drive, she said. I just drive, she said. Just drive, she said. I just drive, she said. Just drive, she said. I just drive, she said. It's south of the border. I feel a hot wind on my shoulder and the touch on the world that is older. I turn the switch and check the number. I leave it on when it been I'll slumber. I hear the rhythms of the music. I buy the product but never use it. I hear the talking of the DJ. Can't understand just what guns he say. I'm on a Mexican radio. I'm on a Mexican radio. Whoop. I hear the station to the station. They talk about the U.S. inflation. I understand just a little. Don't comprende, it's a riddle. I'm on a Mexican radio. 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 on a Mexican, whoa, radio. I'm on a Mexican radio. I'm on a Mexican, whoa, radio. What does he say? Radio, 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 radio. A crowd came in and sat down, and then a man began to yell about saving souls to heaven, and for the sinner there was hell. Well, later on that night, in a motel room down the road, he kept his meeting for a cattle nine beating from a leather-clad man named Bones. An honest man. We're looking for the last honest man. An honest man. Keep searching for the last honest man. Now there's a band that spins the records in a big city east of here. The station covers 3 whole states, and they say he has an ear. But he never seems to listen, and how he picks them, no one knows. But every night after the job with 2 guys from the mob, he listens with his nose. An honest man. We're looking for the last honest man. An honest man. Keep searching for the last honest man. An honest man. We're looking for the last honest man. An honest man. Keep searching for the last honest man, okay? Now we'll keep looking high and low, and we'll keep searching round. Is everybody, everyone dishonest in this town? Well, they'll stab you in the back. You get a handshake and a smile. And if the one don't get you, the other one will. Well, you gotta walk that mile. An honest man. We're looking for the last honest man. An honest man. Keep searching for the last honest man. An honest man. Yes, an honest man. An honest man. Keep searching for the last an honest man. work for the newspapers and he uses good news. I always say, but I don't write no daily column. Talk is cheap and so's my pay. And when my work day's over, I pocket 5 or 10 from the tray. And I start it up again at 5 a.m. I stack them up just to throw them away. Now lately I've been thinking, what would the world do without the news? Would know when wars were started or when they ended, win or lose. Probably be a much better world to live in, but the question would be whose. And what side you're on or who's right or wrong, you never have to choose. Sometimes late at night I can see the streets like no one else can. There's a lot of things going on here that even newspapers don't understand. Some people got too much money, some robbed with a gun or a ballpoint pen. Maybe I'll write me a book one day, and then they'll be buying me, looking over their shoulder for me. What's buried in the back pages was on the front just yesterday. And old news never dies. Nope. They say it just fades away. Crime and murder, business and politics and international strife. It's all the same, find someone to blame. It's very black and white. This song's called Call of the West. He got the high sign, so he jumped the bus. Along the roads that wind on through the hot Mojave and the Jericho. He'd start his whole life anew. And what he left behind, he hadn't valued half as much as some things he never do. Gringo for starts. Sometimes the only thing a Western savage understands are whiskey and rifles and an unarmed man like you. So you gotta keep it. Don't let that fancy pink doll fool. Then the old timer pulled him close and said, "You've come a long way, I know. You've got a longer drive ahead. Through the bones of the buffalo, through the plains of the western dead end, just like the spokes of a wheel. We'll spin round with the rest. They'll hear the drums and the brush of steel. Now hear the call of the best, call of the west. They'll hear the call of the best, call of the west." Partially awakened by the sound of 6 rounds of light caliber rifle fire, followed minutes later by the booming of 9 rounds from a heavier rifle. But you can't close off the wilderness Just then he heard the snick of a rifle bolt, found himself staring down the muzzle of a weapon held by a drunken liquor store. There's a conflict, he said. There's a conflict in land. People have to go. Come all the way out here. They did mining claims, automobile bodywork, the fish, the gamble, and have to do laundry, maybe for their own mini bikes and gas stations, maybe to own their own record company in America, maybe to be French, and maybe once played with the police, maybe like sit around and have some drugs, crazy sex, but above all, they want one thing, is get a piece of the rock, and a slice of the pie, and to spit out the window of their car, and out of the window, right back in their face, you know what I mean? Right back in their face. Now from the high timber line to the deserts dry, who is dangling on some hangman's tree? Who is their claims on these prairie plains, while they say this lunch is not had for free? Just like the spokes of a wheel, who'll spin round with the rest. They'll hear the drums and the brush of steel, and you'll hear the call of the west, call of the west. Yeah. You'll hear the call of the west, call of the west. You'll hear the call of the west, call of the west. I'll hear the call of the west, call of the west. I'll hear the call of the west, call of the west. Yippee-yi-yo, yippee-yi-yo, yi-yi, yippee-yi-yo. Yippee-yi-yo, yippee-yi-yo, yi-yi, yippee-yi-yo. Yippee-yi-yo, yippee-yi-yo, yi-yi, yippee-yi-yo. Yippee-yi-yo, yippee-yi-yo, yi-yi, yippee-yi-yo. Grazie. PFC on a search patrol on Charlie Down. It was in the jungle wars of '65. My weapon jammed and I got stuck way out and all alone. And I could hear the enemy moving in close outside. Just then I heard a twig snap and I grabbed my empty gun. And I dug it scared while I counted down my fate. And then a big marine, a giant with a pair of friendly eyes, appeared there at my shoulder and said, wait. When I came in close beside me, he said, Victoria, I'm here. If Charlie wants to tangle now, he'll have two to dodge. I said, well, thanks a lot. I asked him my name and asked him his. And he said, the boys just call me Camouflage. What? Whoa. Side by side we took our battle stance, and I wondered how the bullets missed this man. Cause they seemed to go right through him, just as if he wasn't there. In the morning we both took a chance and ran. It was near the riverbank when the ambush came on top of us, and I thought it was the end, we were had. And a bullet with my name on it came buzzing through a bush, and that big Marine, he just swatted with his hand, just like it was a fly. was an awfully strange Marine. Richard? And I knew there was something weird about him, because when I turned around, he was picking a big palm tree right up out of the ground and swap those Charlies with it from here to Kingdom Come. When he let me out of danger, I waved my cap and said goodbye. He just winked at me from the jungle and then was gone. When I got back to my HQ, I told him about my night and the battle I'd spent with a big Marine named Camouflage. When I said his name, a soldier gulped and a medic took my arm and led me to a green tent on the right. You may be telling true, boy, but this here is Camouflage, and he's been right here since he passed away last night. In fact, he's been here all week long, but before he went in such sacrifice, and his only wish was to save a young Marine caught in a barrage. So here, take his dog tag, son, though we want you to have it now. And we both said a prayer for a big Marine named Camouflage. What? Whoa, whoa, Camouflage. Things are never quite the way they seem. Whoa, 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 Camouflage. This was an awfully big Marine. So next time you're in a jungle fight, presence near, or hear a voice that in your mind will lie.